Hello and welcome back to the Highway to Happiness channel where we talk about all the latest. Yeah, no, we're not going to do that this time. This episode is a little bit harder for me, so I'm not going to sit here and pretend like everything is fine when it isn't. Yesterday, I lost a very dear friend to me. You could say my best friend. My dog that I had for 12 years passed away. And so this episode is going to be about how to deal with a loss in your life. Maybe it's a pet, maybe it's something more serious like a family member, or maybe it's something, like a relationship. That kind of loss hurts as well. When we lose something that has an emotional impact on us, it can be helpful to know how to process it properly without letting it drag you down any further than it already will because of the emotional pain that we experience. So, this is Defeating Depression, Episode 2, How to Deal with a Loss. So, when we experience a loss, it of course comes with a lot of feelings, emotions, mixed thoughts, and many things running through our minds. So, how do we sort through all of that without allowing it to bring us down any longer than it needs to? Well, my first suggestion to you would be not to grieve the loss. Wait, what? What do you mean, don't grieve the loss? How do you not grieve the loss? Well, you're going to grieve the loss emotionally. There's no way around that. But what I mean is to try not to grieve it mentally. Saying things like, I don't know what I'm going to do now that he or she is gone. I'm going to be so lost without him or her. I should have done so many things differently. I should have done this or that, etc., etc., etc. Instead, say something like this. I know it's going to be hard, but I know I'll figure it out. Now, I'm not saying to not take any lessons away from what happened. If you feel like you could have done something differently, but you can take those lessons away without making yourself feel bad on top of already feeling bad because of what happened. One of the things that I learned to say to myself a long time ago is that I did the best I could with the knowledge I had at the time. You'd be surprised how helpful that can sometimes be. Even though I know I could have done better, I can't go back and change any of it. I can only take the lesson and apply it next time when a similar situation comes up. Now, my dog was one of the reasons that I came back to life after being severely depressed. Not to get too dark on you here, but I was done. I didn't care. I didn't see a way out, and I didn't want to deal with the endless mental and emotional turmoil that I was dealing with on a daily basis. I hated getting up in the morning. All I wanted to do was sleep, but I still had my endlessly loving and loyal companion to take care of, and she deserved better. The one thing that I couldn't face was leaving her and my family behind. I just couldn't take what that would do to them emotionally, and as stupid or insignificant as it might sound, I couldn't leave my dog wondering what happened and what she did to have me leave her behind. Here's a quick story about my beloved Roxy girl. Yesterday, after being together for 12 years, my beloved Roxy girl passed away. She was the sweetest, gentlest dog I ever had or been around. This is dedicated to her story. The day I went to adopt a dog, I noticed her right away and asked if I could take her out. As soon as we had our first moment together, she ran over to me and sat down in front of my feet. The staff told me that she had actually been returned to the shelter that same day because she was too much to handle for the family that brought her back. I was actually looking for a more difficult dog to adopt because they can be hard to place, and I knew I could handle it. She came from a kill shelter and had clearly suffered some abuse. But not long after giving her some exercise, discipline, patience, and love, she became the sweetest dog and loved everyone she met. She was great with kids and even babies she would let crawl all over her without it ever being any kind of problem. She was a trooper. She drove with me all the way to Oregon and back, and she was never any trouble during those difficult days. She was very well behaved and would even stay on the sidewalk when I asked her to, and when I went up 3 flights of stairs to see if she would stay. She was with me during my most difficult times and never left my side. I know she's gone, but I will continue to love her forever. Her endless love and loyalty helped bring me back to life, and I will never forget her for that. She may be gone, but she will never leave my heart. In loving memory of my Roxy girl, my forever sugar bean. Now, if I think about all the things I should have done differently and done better, I'm going to make it harder on myself to deal with. I know what I should have done, right? I won't forget the lessons for next time. I don't have to make it any more difficult than it has to be. Now, the next thing is processing emotions, right? When you feel this way, just concentrate on breathing and letting yourself feel what you have to feel. Don't bottle it up inside, hoping it'll go away. It doesn't. It just gets stored away until it blows up sometime down the road. Also, when you feel this way, try not to think about anything at all. And again, just let yourself feel what you have to feel. Breathe and let it pass. And lastly, instead of grieving the loss, which you will emotionally, no way around it, celebrate the life instead. Go back through your pictures, go back to the good memories, talk with family members, remember the good times. And again, let yourself cry and feel whatever you have to feel. The more you do this, the easier it will become every time. And pretty soon, your emotional moments become less and less frequent, and you can begin putting the pieces back together. I know my Roxy girl is gone, but I will never forget what she did for me and how she helped me recover. And I'm never going to go back to that because I'm not going to let what she did become meaningless. She will forever be the dog that got me through my depression, and I will always love her for that. So I sincerely hope that helps you if you're dealing with a loss in your life. If there's something you'd like to discuss, please just book a time, use the link, and let's just talk. If you found this helpful, please don't forget to give YouTube the warm and fuzzies. You know the drill. Like, comment, subscribe, and please share this with someone that's going through a difficult time. Once again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you at the next, hopefully much smaller, bump in the road.